What's going on, guys? It is the Paxflight Arcade here, back with another video for you guys. And in this video we're going to do a game room tour video, as it is the start of a new year. So I'll give you a tour of the arcade, and I'll show you the machines we have in our collection as of January 2024. So we'll start with the overview of all the games here. And usually when the arcade games are on, we have the ceiling lights off, so it looks like this. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to leave the lights on just so that way it'll be easier to see all of the games. So we'll start with the first game here. This is one of our 2 prize redemption games. This is our claw machine, the Little Giga Big Rig Challenge from Elot. And you'll see that we have put little knickknacks and stuff on top of the games. Just a little fun thing I like to do. Over here we have our modern gaming setup. We have a Nintendo Switch hooked up to the TV right now. And over here we have Stacker. And some of the games have color changing LEDs in them that we installed. I'll show you Stacker here. If you use the remote, you can change the color, make it red or green. Just another fun thing I like to add to some of our games. Over here, we have the pole position cockpit machine. This currently has the pie position board in it from Arcade Jason. So it saves the high scores, and you can play pole position 1 and pole position 2. Over here we have a little Coca-Cola knick-knack, very awesome indeed. Over here we have our 2 Cabarets in the collection, and the first one over here is actually the newest machine added to our collection. This is Omega Race. And we put LEDs in the marquee, not color changing ones, just regular plain LED bulbs in the marquee. This game uses a black and white vector monitor, and it has a blue plastic strip overlay on top of it to give the illusion of color. Next to that we have Gorf, our other Cabaret. And as you can see, the Cabarets have wood grain on the front and sides, no artwork besides the artwork on the marquees, the bezels, and the control panels. One thing we did do to Gorf is the joystick here is originally black. We still have the original plastic if we do want to change it back, but we decided to add the red joystick on it from Satan's Hollow just to see how it would look. We think it looks pretty cool. And we can always change it back to the original black joystick if we ever decide to do that, because we kept the original plastic, so we can always put that back on if we ever decide to do that. Over here starts our row of uprights. So we got 7 down here and then 2 more over there. And I do apologize, usually when we do a game room tour video, all of the games are working. I usually like to have them all working for a game room tour video, but unfortunately we do still have one that is non-working at the moment, Wizard of War, but we will get that up and running again very soon. Over here we have Tron. One thing we did to this recently is we bought new plastics here and down here at the bottom, and you can see if you check out the other game room tour videos we have, you can see the difference between the old plastics and the new plastics that we have on now. These are nice and bright and colorful. Over here we have one of our 2 hybrid machines. A hybrid machine is a part video game and part pinball all on the same machine. The company Bally only ever made 2 hybrid machines, and we have both of them right here. So the first one is Baby Pac-Man. Next to that is Granny and the Gators. And then next to that we have Pac-Man. So we recently installed a multi-game kit in it, so it can play multiple games, and also has a leaderboard that saves the high scores now. So if you hold down the player one start for a couple seconds, brings up all the games here on the game list. Has Pac-Man, Pac-Man's Fast, Pac-Man Plus, Miss Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man Plus, and Pango. So when you start up the game, it saves the high scores, also does a leaderboard for it, and it has many different games that you can choose from. So I'll show you what the leaderboard is here in a second. So it has a leaderboard of the 10 best players. Next to that we have Star Wars. This is another game we have a multi-game kit in, so if you hold down this for a couple seconds, and then this for a couple seconds, brings up The Empire Strikes Back. Next to that we have Xevious, another one of our games that have color changing LEDs in it, not in the top at the marquee, but at the bottom here where the control panel is. You can see the color changing LED we have there. And on the end here we have Space Invaders. So this is the oldest game in our collection from 1978. It's another game that, like Omega Race, has a black and white monitor and also has the plastic colored strips on it to give it the illusion of color. We also have a multi-game kit on this one, so if you press player 1 and player 2 start, it brings up the game menu. It has Space Invaders, Space Invaders Deluxe, Lunar Rescue, Balloon Bomber, Jet Spectre, I apologize if I pronounced that wrong, Space Laser, Galaxy Wars, and Super Earth Invasion. Over here, we have one of our 2 multi-game machines. This is the Arcade Legends. We did the hard drive upgrade on this, so it has more games. This also saves the high scores. Over here is Wizard of War, and like I said, it's the only game we have at the moment that is non-working, but we will get it up and running again very soon. Over here, we have the final game in the tour. This is the Pandora Treasure 3D multi-game machine. And as you can see here, it has a list of 3D games, 2D games, and the latest games played. One last thing I want to show you guys is some of the LED lights we put in the games, like I was mentioning before. As you can see, the Crane machine has color changing lights that we added in the top there. Another game that we added the color changing LEDs to is Pac-Man, so as you can see, if I want to change them here, there we go. So it's just a little fun thing that we like to add to some of our games. One thing I forgot to mention earlier is, as you can see, we like to leave around 6 or so inches between each of our games, so that way you can see the artwork on them. Instead of having the games right one right next to the other, we like to leave around 6 inches or so in between each of our games, so that we can see the artwork on them. So as you can see, all the games are spaced out a little bit so that we can see the artwork on them. Alright, so I think that's going to do it for the Game Room Tour video 2024. Thank you guys so much for watching. There'll be plenty more videos coming soon. And thank you guys for watching. Have a good one, guys. Peace out.